Hello everyone and welcome to Gaming FTL. My name is Josh and this is the Lost Constellation supplemental game for Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods was a successfully kickstarted game and a lot of people are excited for it. This game you can get for pay as you want, so I think the recommended payment is $5, so it's pretty cheap and it takes about an hour to get through if you just, blow through it. But there's lots of fun stuff to do, and all the kind of little details that you get to play around with are interesting, and the story obviously is the most important part of this particular game, which is good because the writing is really witty, and as it's told as a kind of bedtime ghost story, you hear occasionally these two characters, May, and I think that's her dad or mum, I don't know. Someone with whiskers and glasses. Someone with whiskers and glasses is telling May a story. And May, as you may or may not know, is the main character for Night in the Woods. So this is kind of like the sort of thing that May would hear going to bed. Which is cool. And we get to play as this alligator or crocodile? I don't know the difference. Cursor, get out of the way. You stay there. Okay. And we get to discover why our character is running through this forest to get to a certain place for a certain reason. The end is really cool and very... it goes through a kind of a scary bit and then through to the ending, which reveals something about the character, and I think playing through it a second time is where all the details come out. And I think the most important thing to take away from this is the fact that if this is kind of a benchmark for what we're going to expect when Night in the Wood comes out, then I'm quite excited for Night in the Woods, because this is, like I said, the writing's really witty, the gameplay is pretty smooth, and you get to talk to a lot of very interesting characters and make decisions and about what you say. And this bit is particularly cool. Whoop! I missed! Where's it coming down? There we go. That's a very pretty way of opening a door. We couldn't... I don't know why I went straight to that. Probably because it's really fun to just throw snowballs at stuff. But, yeah, that's how you unlock the path through. Okay, and you get to talk to characters. This cat follows you through the woods and makes suggestions about what's going to happen in the woods tonight. Like, I'm going to die. That's not very helpful. Exactly. When I was playing it through the first time, I occasionally found myself asking questions as the other characters... Actually, let's just say go away cat. There we go. I haven't chosen that one before. I didn't ask you. I don't ask you about collecting shiny things. I'm called fools like you. Oh, collecting... stuff. What? Okay, well that's something I didn't know about this cat. But yeah, like I was saying, as I'm going through this story, I keep on asking things like, wait, what does that mean? That doesn't make sense. Or, please explain yourself. And insulting the characters, like telling them they're ass cats. Stuff like that. And then my alligator character, who is also an astronomer, which you find out later. It's not, I don't think it's pretty important to the story. I'm trying to figure out how important to the story it is. Anyway. Yeah, and then after I've said, wait, that doesn't make sense, then the character is also saying things like, hang on, can you explain yourself? Which is quite nice to know that the character you're playing and the questions I'm asking in my head are on the same kind of page. And this also seems to be happening at the winter solstice, which in the game is called the longest night. And I think there's also another supplemental game. I might be wrong. I think there's another supplemental game for Night in the Woods called Longest Night? I don't know. Hang on, I need to get snowballs. Snowballs in this game are brilliant. You just do silly things, and like, in a minute I'll show you my favourite thing about this game, which is what I'm doing now, which is building snowmen. Because this process is really fun, and then it actually leads up to stuff. So let's have a snowman with a nose right there, and a couple of eyes made out of sticks, looking kind of sad. Oh, and then a necklace made out of coal. There we go. How fashionable. How fashionable are you, snowman? And then a hairdo. There we go. Ah, and a beat for a mouth, because I like doing the beat for the mouth, because it looks kind of like they're going, oh no. Anyway, see, he's like the saddest snowman ever. There we are. Boop. That's my snowman done. And then, magical things happen. Oh my god. What am I? What's happening? What am I? Help! Yeah, and then this happens several times throughout the game, and this is absolute, pardon me, my absolute favourite thing about this game. You build these snowmen, and you find out in a short while that collecting things from dead people brings the ghost of that dead person into the snowman, and then you build up like a picture of what that snowman looks like, and then you get to talk to them, which I think is brilliant. And obviously you can make your snowman look silly like I did, or, you know, like pretty classic snowman. Unfortunately there's no scarves or top hats, but I'm sure we'll do without them. The snowman's no help. Well, if at first you don't succeed, kill it and make a better one. Well, okay, you got that partly right. Which part? Listen up, and I'll tell you. Yes, make a better one. So we get to make lots more snowmen, and they help us. And bits of things you find in trees from dead people are useful in building snowmen that can help you through the game, and they all have different personalities, and one of them's a dog, which is pretty funny because it just barks at you, and then you try and communicate with it, but it doesn't quite work. I don't know. And then there's this douchebag wolf who's he's trying to sell coffins to people who are already dead by making them pay before they die, and then he'll go and collect stuff. But yeah, it's nice that all the characters are so well differentiated, and obviously it's just short bits of text and speech, and that creates a really kind of emotive narrative that I can go, hey, that guy sucks. And then, yeah, being able to form opinions on characters is pretty fun. And as I'm sure you know, because there are plenty of games, especially with the release of like Dragon Age Origins, plenty of people, things like Mass Effect, things like that, people have very strong feelings on characters. I know people that love and hate specific characters for whatever reason, or like never, or like always have certain characters killed, things like that. I don't think there's any of that kind of depth in this game. But it's nice to know that the characters are funny enough, and, you know, say things that get on my nerves and things like that. Pilgrim! Hello, you! Also, what I've noticed in the writing is that there's a kind of, especially in the main character, it's what the main character does that you're controlling is more commenting on what is happening and asking questions as you would, and then that lets you decide and find out obviously what you have to do, but also things about the characters that then you can make opinions on. So this is a brilliant magical world that they've created. It's pretty short, but it's also pretty cheap. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description. And if you have enjoyed my video, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you want to discover more cool, free, weird, and interesting indie games, then subscribe for daily video games. And until next time, gracious Tree Lord, pray to the Tree Lord of the Forest God. Oh, whoops. Never mind. See you later.